Oh, there we go. I love it. Don't you guys love it? Don't you guys love the stuff? I love it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. My microphone wasn't picking up for some reason. And then suddenly my model wasn't also picking up. So, this is not a good way to start this stream. Well, hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome back to your to the Cherry Bomb Blossom Boutique. My name is Renan, your lovely fashion dolly. And as you can see, we're starting off great today. We're starting off great. Chad, I'm gonna say this pretty quickly. I will keep the stream pretty short. Oh my god, I recorded like a script not too long ago. And I keep having these moments of mispronouncing things. Just I think it happens because of my my Mexican accent. And I remember particularly one time I mentioned the word Discord and I went Discord. I went Discord and I don't remember what other word I said, but it keeps happening this often that I keep mispronouncing words by accident just because my Spanish brains read them instead of my English brain. And it creates some really funny outtakes, not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys would be interested in hearing that at some point in time. Maybe I could put them on stream. Just hearing the outtakes of the things that I mispronounce. Because I have so many. And I've only made like 3 scripted videos. So imagine when we get to like maybe 10 scripted videos. I will probably have like 4 or 5 hours of just pure mispronunciation and outtakes, and me getting fully enraged by the fact that I cannot pronounce shit for the life of me. It's just funny. It's just funny all around. But yeah, chat, we're gonna be keeping this stream pretty short today because I have other things to do. Later today, I have other commitments. I actually wasn't planning to stream on Wednesday. I was planning to stream tomorrow actually, because I was thinking of doing something else. But you know, things happen. I had a lot of things in my mind that I needed to talk about, and I decided to put it on Wednesday. So the stream will only last 1 hour. Just I'll get the stuff that I want to get out of the way. Hey Aaron, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're doing okay. Anyway, I will also like to say, please don't get scared of the thumbnail. I promise it's not what I have to say is actually not bad at all. At least I think it isn't. But I wanted to do a little bit of clickbait, you know? I feel like I have a little bit of clickbait as a treat, as you know, as a little mush for my experience. I was actually gonna clickbait with the title to make it fully dramatic and everything, but I felt bad because I didn't want you guys to feel bad, to think that I was graduating or anything. There's very specific conditions in which I would graduate, which wouldn't happen probably in a while. So, but before I get into like the meat of things, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this stream, I need you guys to understand what happened to me recently. So, I went out yesterday with my mom. I had to do like a little medical exam, and you know, it's just for my seasonal job that I'm gonna get starting the 20th of January. And because it's gonna be seasonal, it's not really gonna last that long. It's only gonna last 3 months. But you know, they still have me do the basics, which is, you know, fill out the information that you need to fill out, sign contracts that sell your soul to the devil, and you know, the usual. That said, that they never had me do a drug test. I got done a drug test, and I didn't really know how it works. I done like P test before, right? I done P test, but never have I done a drug test. So I go to the lab and present like I'm giving an award, my pee cup, like my cup full of pee that you have to peel on. And mind you, I had the humiliation to have to carry that around for like about an hour and a half because the lab was so far away from my home. And so I get there, present my pickup, and they tell me, "Oh, sorry, you have to pee in a cup here. You cannot do that outside because it's a drug test. Therefore, please get rid of that, and I'll give you the one that you need to pee on in a moment." And I got so red because do you know how bad I felt to have that in my purse, laying around for like about an hour, feeling like it was probably gonna spill or something because it was rattling around a lot because I had to go in a bus. It was absurd. It was absurd. Like, I wish they would have told me that that's the thing that you need to do. So not only did I have to do the walk of shame to the bathroom to pee in a public space, but also I had to do another walk of shame right after I got out of the lab because they didn't even have anywhere I could dispose of the said cup. So I had to go to the nearest 7-Eleven to dispose of that. And I hope that the poor person who has to clean that doesn't notice it. So yeah, I've been having a time, girl. I've been having a time. Also, part of another thing that happened that day is I realized I have a horrible sense of direction. Like, because my brain gets confused and it thinks that I have been everywhere when I haven't been nowhere. I don't get out of my home. Like, I'm telling you, I'm pretty much a shut-in. A shut-in by choice, not by trauma. Although, I probably do have trauma behind it. But anyway, I'm a shut-in because I don't like to go out that much. And when I do, I have fun, but I just don't like to go out. And so, I am never anywhere. I've never been to anywhere. But for some reason, my brain likes to think and recognize places I've never been to before. Like, I'll be in the middle of the desert. Nowhere, not a single landmark around. Probably in like a 10-mile radius. And I'll be like, I've been here before. Actually, I think this is where grandma lives. You know? Like, I know it's a stereotype that homosexuals don't know where to go and they are always lost. But for me, it's a real life thing. I will always get lost because I always recognize places I've never been to. I'll be walking around outside, just be like, oh, that house seems familiar. Oh yeah, I've been here before. And it's just a place I've never been to. And if I did, it was probably like when I was 10 and I didn't remember anything. It's just so funny. Like, I just can't understand how that works personally. I'm gonna get bold at some point in time. Like, we all know that my survival instincts are pretty low, right? I'm gonna get bold at some point in time. I'm gonna get out of my house and think that I can go anywhere and always find my way home. And I'm gonna be lost. And probably they're gonna put like wanted posters on me because I'm never gonna get home. Anyway. So yeah. One final topic to talk about before we get into the meat and potatoes of things. I had a dream yesterday. And by yesterday, I mean today. Wait, when you talk about dreams, how do you talk about them? Like, are you supposed to... If the dream that you had between yesterday and today, which is, you know, the restful period between those times, right? Does it count as yesterday's dream or today's dream? Like, what is the nomenclature on that? Does anybody know? Can somebody call a scientist? Because I would think that it will count as today's dream. Because it was technically today. Because, you know, the day starts at 12. But in a manner of speaking, and in a very real way, because that's the experience that you feel, it's yesterday's dream. You know? Because that's the human experience. You go to bed and then you wake up. And, you know, when I go to bed is yesterday. And when I wake up is tomorrow. So it doesn't matter if I go to bed at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. was yesterday. Tomorrow is 11 a.m. you know? Like, I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. Can somebody explain that? Any scientists in the room? Any socialist? Actually, it will probably be like a socialist or something. Somebody who takes care of the science of social. Anyway. But yeah, part of the dream I had is that I had a dream about being like I dream of being trapped in a Resident Evil game, but my co-star was not like Leon Kennedy or somebody somebody important. It was just Luna Snow. I was co-starring in a Resident Evil game for Luna Snow with Luna Snow, and at some point in the game, instead of being trapped in it, I transitioned to actually streaming it. Like, I dreamed that I was streaming to you guys and we were having a fun time. We were kikiing or whatever. And at some point, I decided to get up to grab some water or something. And I forgot that I was actually live. So I went on with my day. I came back to stream and I started just doing stuff that I normally do off stream. And then I went to bed. And then in the morning, I had like the horrifying realization that I never ended stream. And you guys heard and saw everything that I did in between those times. And let's just say that those things that I did were not like for the public eyes. And my reputation was ruined and I was canceled. So yeah, things are happening, chat. Things are happening. Let me just drink some water before we continue. Okay. So. I don't know how to start talking about this topic, actually. How does one talk about this with feeling weird? Okay, well. So, as per the title of the stream, there are going to be some changes happening when it comes to the channel. A couple years ago, middle of 2024, middle to late 2024, I made a change to my channel, which was to further niche down, to niche down into fashion, character design, and art, with a slight makeup art in the middle of it. Because I wanted to become more famous. Let's put it that way. I wanted to grow my channel. I wanted to get better at I wanted to grow a community. I wanted to be known. I want to be famous. That's the point, right? And so I made a change to my channel to just tag and do stuff that is more concentrated into like my specific hobbies and the things that I do the most, right? And I did that for the majority of 2025. 2025 was the year that I actually put that into effect by making videos and releasing videos related to that, making streams that are related to that thing specifically. And it was a good time. It brought me a lot of growth, don't get me wrong, because as we have discussed in the 2026 goal stream, I have been like slowly but surely getting momentum and stuff. Oh, hey, Lori, how you doing? Happy New Year, sweetheart. Hope you're having a good day. And so, yeah, slowly but surely, I've been growing for the past 2 years. Ever since I started YouTube to last year when I started actually releasing videos, and they did well enough for me to continue doing it. You know? Same to you, good to see you. Thank you. It's genuinely a pleasure to see you. But yeah, I'm actually talking about a not serious topic, but like a topic that's been weighing heavy on my mind as of late. I'm sorry that I cannot greet you with like a proper fanfare. I just want to finish my thought before I just want to finish my thought before I lose it. You know what I mean? So yeah. So with the realization that videos are the thing that is getting me growth, and I feel like that's pretty fair, right? Because that's what you gotta do to grow in the entertainment space, even if the primary thing you do is streaming, you must always put out videos. And with that, I realized that, you know what? Maybe I should focus more on videos. Maybe that's the thing that I need to do. And I tried for the last half of 2025. And it did really good. I mean, we got really close to 1K, which is closer. Do you ping live in your server or just the initial waiting room? Just the initial waiting room. I usually do it like 1 hour in advance so that it's like fresh in people's minds. Do you think that's bad? Do you think I should be pinging again when I actually go live? Because I might have to. I don't know. I don't want to ping too much. I don't want to ping too much because it feels weird. It feels like I'm being insistent, you know? Do you think I should? Should I only ping when I'm actually live? I was just curious. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I don't expect that many people to show up here because it's not a stream with a theme. But yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should. You know what? I'm just gonna do it just to remind you. Hold on. Where is that? Where is my live? But yeah, I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Was I talking about? Oh yeah. So videos brought a lot of growth to the channel, and I've gotten closer to my goal by making videos for the past 6 months than I ever had in the last 5 years. Because as a reminder, chat, I officially started VTubing in 2021. It's 2026 now. And my anniversary is coming pretty close. It's actually on my birthday, so I've been doing this for 5 years now, being a clown in the internet, trying to become an internet personality, and never in my life have I seen growth as sheer as when I started making videos. Now, when I started making videos, it started as me wanting to talk about everything and anything. Anything I had in mind, anything that came out of my mind, I just wanted to put out there. And so long as it was about character design, fashion, art, it would be fine, right? Hi, Meatlove. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're doing okay. And so, even though I do want to continue to do that, I realized that I am no longer in the position to do so. You may be thinking, Renan, why? This is your channel. You should be able to do what you want. And I mean, I do what I want. That is pretty much what I've been doing. I love to do what I want, and I feel like you guys follow me because I do what I want, you know? It's pretty much been my motto since I started streaming. However, I am not blind. I recognize what works, and as much as I want to deny it, I just can't, you know? So, going forward, as I continue moving to 2026, I've decided to further niche down. Now, what does that mean? I will still be talking about fashion, character design, and art, but I will apply it to only Pokemon, at least for a little bit. I just want to try out how that works for me. Why Pokemon? Well, as it turns out, Pokemon is one of the franchises that I enjoy the most. Do you guys have any idea how much of a blast I had doing the Pokemon tournament? I had a fuck ton of fun making that tournament, and I cannot help but feel like it would have gone even better if for a moment I would have released just like the Pokemon Legends C8 video maybe right before that tournament. People would have like noticed it and tuned in. And when I think about Pokemon, I just get really excited about making things because since I was a teenager, I've been into Pokemon. I mean, I was before that because, you know, I played Pokemon before, right? But when I was a teenager, 2016, 15, or even earlier, I started creating OCs for Pokemon, talking about Pokemon, being more conscious about what even it means to play Pokemon. So I feel like I always have ideas whenever Pokemon is on my mind. I know what sort of things I want to do, what sort of challenges I want to run, even I know what team I would play whenever I see a Pokemon game. That's how that's how much I enjoy it. Now, of course, I don't play Pokemon games in my day-to-day basis because it's just not a thing that's accessible to me, and I don't know. It's just some of those things, and some of the things you enjoy, you don't enjoy it every day, right? Oh, hi Pepper, how you doing, sweetheart? Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. And if you may be asking if I was doing this for the performance on the videos, you may be thinking, hey Renan, but you did a gacha game video, and the gacha game video did really well. It brought you like 200 subscribers, a ton of views. It almost completed by itself the watch hours required for you to have a membership. Why not a gacha game? And the thing is covering gacha games in general gets me anxiety. Because I've been playing gacha games for basically as long as I've been VTubing. And so I am very deeply familiar with the types of people that engage with gacha games. I know what the fandom looks like. And it's not a fandom I want to have. They are, for the lack of a better word, the Genshin Impact fandom is toxic. It is competitive. It is incredibly tone deaf to things outside of their waifus. And gacha games in general tend to be just people would fight for anything. They will see, like it's like the pancake and waffle theorem that Twitter has. Like you know how you know how on Twitter there is this meme on Twitter, and it's a meme because it's actually true, that Twitter is the only place where you can say you like waffles and people say you would hate pancakes. That is the Genshin Impact fandom as a whole. And just the Hoyoverse fandom as a whole. And unfortunately, I like Hoyoverse games. And it is really unfortunate because I really shouldn't. But I just like playing those gacha games. But I don't like engaging into the community. And even though I have things to discuss, ideas I want to talk about, rants that I want to go into when it comes to gacha games, every time I think about trying, I shut down. Because it just doesn't seem fun. You guys know the severe anxiety I had when I released a video titled Genshin Impact fans don't understand character design? I felt like I was gonna get shot on the street the moment that video came out. That's how anxious I was about it. But you know, I was rage baited on Twitter, and because I was rage baited, my pure anger for the topic superseded my fear of being blasted on social media. And to a certain degree, I am still very sensible to the opinions that other people have of me. Because I because I crave attention, I like being liked, which is the unfortunate part of my human nature. I like it when people like me, And as much as I have the confidence of a gay man, I actually have the fragile ego of a straight man. So these are things I've been working on, of course. Things I've been trying to rebuild. My thick skin. I'm trying to not like the opinions of others, and my success in content creation to define who I am. But that's a thing that takes therapy, and I don't have a therapist right now, so. Gacha games have such whack fandoms, and they're all minors, I swear. I mean, they're not all minors, but they certainly do all act like babies. They certainly, most people who are in the fandom and are not making content about it, they are infuriating to deal with. It is impossible to have a proper conversation in the gacha game fandom because they are blind to new ones, because they are how do I say this in a way? You know what? I'm just gonna say it. They are anti-intellectual. They do not care about reasoning. They do not care about arguments. They only care about winning. And I just don't have the mind to deal with that, And yeah, I just can't. I just can't. I'm sorry. So yeah, I feel like it is for the best for me to not focus on gacha games, even though I know they will probably bring me great success. If the Genshin Impact video is any consideration, it would bring me great success to talk about gacha games, but I am too scared. I don't think I could. So, Pokemon. We answered why. Now we're gonna answer how. So, when I say I'm gonna be niching down further into mostly talking about Pokemon, I'm gonna put it into keyword mostly. What does that mean? For the most part, when it comes to videos, it's gonna be about Pokemon. And when it comes to streams, I will try to play or do something related to Pokemon at least once a week. Probably more, but at least once a week, right? I don't think I'm gonna be to the levels of Juri and Pepper, because Pepper does Yu-Gi-Oh! Every single fucking day, and Juri does it like twice a week. So I'll try my best to be at least at the level of Juri, but I lose interest in things pretty quickly. I have to keep it fresh, so I make a commitment and a promise to do it at least once a week. I will try to do more, but at least once a week, Pokemon will be present in the rotation, regardless of what may form it take. It may be me talking about Pokemon, recent goings on about Pokemon, me playing Pokemon, even though I suck at it, or me just designing something about Pokemon. So, what that would mean, though, is that even though I don't intend to fully let go of my variety part, because to me, variety is the spice of life. It makes my life interesting. I will say that because we're gonna have that focus on Pokemon in itself and one topic, right? I will admit that I am a little scared. because it is a pivot, right? It may not be the hardest pivot possible, but it is a pivot. I don't know how the majority of you are gonna react to me primarily doing Pokemon. And it may change nothing about your life, to be honest, because I know a good fair amount of you actually like that game. But if I do this, and if it starts transforming my schedule from like, you know, every time I do art is about Pokemon. Every time I play a game is about Pokemon, which is not the intention. I do still want to play other games. But if every time I do something about Pokemon, people are gonna leave. You know? And that is normal, because people have their right to curate what they want to see. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very scared about that. I'm very scared about change, because change is scary, and I don't like it. I like it when things stays the same, because it makes me feel like they have some semblance of control. So there is a future in which I might lose the core audience that I have. But without meaning any disrespect to the people that have supported me thus far, I think this decision is for the best. You know what I mean? I caught up to the bot. A friend told me that hyperfixation is one thing for as long as I have it. It's a bit uncommon. If Pokemon does well, it can be something you can grow into. You can always have the option to explore more niches. Yeah, I know I have that option, you know, but it's the first time in my whole career in which I actually pick a single thing to focus on primarily. But as stated before, I will not fully let go of my variety, you know, because like I said, I like being varied. I have multiple interests. I am a jack of all trades and a master of none. It's the reason why I'm an artist. It's the reason why I'm a graphic designer. Why I'm what I can do fashion design. What I'm a stylist. What I'm getting into makeup. Even though it's things that are all related to the aesthetics, they are technically skills that I haven't perfected in neither side for me to call myself an expert, you know? So, that being said, I will be also releasing videos that have nothing to do with Pokemon, which I will call videos for my heart. This upcoming video that I was working on was originally going to be a video for my heart, but now I intended for it to also be a video for growth, you know? So, when do you mean when I say videos for my heart? Well, a video for my heart is going to be something that I'm very interested on. Something that I'm interested to share. For example, I have a note for one video, which is me talking about CCC. Probably the gacha game I enjoyed the most. And I really enjoy its character design. I enjoy the characters. They feel good to engage with. So there might be a time in which I am in the middle of, like, let's say I just released 4 Pokemon videos in the first 4 months of 2026, and then suddenly I release a video about CCC. It's because that's that topic that really interests me, and I am gonna put it out without expecting to have you guys watch it. Because, as I said, there are just things I want to talk about, even if nobody cares, you know? So, this might not mean this much in the short term, but in the long term, I know that I know that things are going to be different, you know? I know that I'm not gonna have the same community that I have right now. And I am scared. But if this is what I have to do to be part of the stage I want to be part of, then that's what I'm gonna do. Putting that out of the way, I still have some couple stuff that I have to do for the sake of the channel and for the sake of experimentation. I'm still going to be doing the Marvel Rivals video because that's still experimentation from stream to video pipeline to see if that works for me. But for the most part, after that video is done, that's gonna be it for variety on videos for a little bit. I do have other ideas that I have been given by a couple people who have been really interested in helping me make this transition, which is, you know, some videos related to either some videos related to Pokemon in a sense, either by the same company or the same genre. So there is gonna be a video in the works for Persona 5, which is one of my other favorite all-time games. And it is a turn-based game, so hopefully that translates pretty well. And there's gonna be a video about Luigi's Mansion, which it has been basically implanted into my brain by a friend not too long ago. Literally today, they DM'd me about it, and I think it's a really good idea. So that's also something I'm gonna be doing. But that will come later. So, what are some video ideas that I have planned for now? Well, I have a list actually, because I made a list. I felt it very important that if I was gonna niche down, I would be able to make at least a pretty extensive list of things I could do within the niche. So, I'm just gonna give you like a couple. As we know, the Pokemon Legends CA's character design and fashion review did pretty good. Not as amazing as the Genshin one, but it did pretty good. And I'm gonna continue that series. I'm going to be talking about the generations across the years. You know, what I think about them, the characters, anything like that, right? I also have here other spin-offs from Pokemon games that I really enjoy, which is Pokemon Rangers. I want to talk about the Rangers in themselves, because that is a niche within a niche, because that is a Pokemon type game, but it's a game that I played since I was a kid and I really enjoy it. So I want to talk about those two. I have making an outfit based on Pokemon generations, aka I want to play a generation of Pokemon and then make an outfit based on my own Pokemon that I decided to keep on my theme, while also talking about my experience and reviewing the game a little bit. You know, that was the original intent with the Pokemon Nuzlocke, actually. Originally, the reason why I was doing Pokemon Nuzlocke at some point is because I wanted to do like a challenge run to have to like the Pokemons that made it alive, you know, that made it alive back into it, but that managed to survive the Pokemon Nuzlocke. I wanted to make a video making outfits based on those Pokemons that survived, but I realized that I suck at Pokemon. I suck severely, so I'm changing the concept of that a little bit. I do have an age-old tradition, which is making Gijinkas. I love making Gijinkas. For those who don't know, Gijinkas are like humanized version of basically anything. You could make a Gijinka out of your phone. The whole concept of date everything is based on Gijinkas. So I want to make some of those too, because, you know, I enjoy making shit. And I also want to continue doing video essays, similar, which is talking about why the Elite Four for Pokemon from Unova, which I think is black and white, is one of the best ones. Because unfortunately, as much as I hate to admit it, it is very good. You know, Jinkas for Pokemon items instead of Pokemon would be cool. Honestly, that kind. Okay, let me hold on. I'm gonna put an asterisk on that note. 1 second. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I do worry a little, but if this is what you decide, we can only grow with you. I mean, I will admit that it's not going to be forever. It's not a plan for forever. I don't plan to do Pokemon all the time, like for the next 5 years of my career, because I feel like that will be very counterproductive for me. This is only a momentary niche down. A momentary niche down so that I can expand my core audience. You know? Because for those who don't understand the concept of core audience, let me just explain it a little bit. A core audience is the people who watch no matter what. And there's only a few of you who do. And that's okay. Not everybody needs to be a member of the core audience. But I know exactly who is part of the core audience and who isn't. And my goal with this change is to not only expand the outside audience, but to expand the core audience too. To make sure that I have a good amount of people who would watch me just because it's me, and then move out, you know, expand outward. Even if it's not forever, I still feel like you have room to explore and grow. I mean, I understand your point, I really do. And I may still do it. Like, I may have a change of heart. I may have a change of heart and do another one of the streams and be like, you know what? JK, guys, never mind. Actually, oopsie, I'm gonna continue to be a variety content creator again. So, who knows? Honestly, who knows? I cannot promise that a change of heart won't happen, because this was a change of heart in itself. I thought I was never going to want to niche down. But my ultimate goal is to be able to make something that is called hero content, which is me being at the epicenter of it. Me being a personality channel. So, while I can continue doing what I'm doing right now, niching down does expedite the process, you know? So, I will say, and like I said, I will continue doing videos that are not related to Pokemon, but they're gonna be few and far in between throughout the year. I will continue to explore other avenues and other games and other expressions of the type of content that I want to do. But I just want to have a bread and butter a bread and butter type of content, you know? Just like yours is, Jerry, your bread and butter content is Gunpla. And from then onwards, you have expanded to other things and you have tried other things. You tried Dispatch and, you know, I think at some point you tried Legos, or if you haven't, you should probably try Legos. I don't like them, but I don't know, maybe you can make a plastic eaters fights, who knows? So, I think that this is for the best, you know? I was a little bit lost for a while of what I wanted this channel to be. In a very real sense, I I didn't know how to admit to myself that I want me, Renan, and the person behind Renan to be the content. Because it feels egotistical, you know? It feels egotistical to say that you want to be famous, that you want to be a celebrity, that you want to be recognized, that you, as a person, want to be the reason why somebody started creating, you know? And because of that, because I know that that is my goal now, I want to pursue it even harder. And you know what? My knee in doing that is one of the easier ways to do that is to do it through a niche. I have always expanded on other things. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, am I lying when I say that your bread and butter content is not, you know, Compla? I just decided to plan an anchor stream for people to gather around consistently and to look forward to. Yeah, and that's exactly what I plan doing. That's what I want to do with... listen, most of what I'm saying right now, you know, most of what I'm saying right now mostly applies to videos. I feel like the stream schedule is not going to be hit that hard by this decision. But I do want to do an anchor thing as well, you know? I do want to do that, which for me is going to be Pokemon theme, regardless of what it is, which is me designing something for Pokemon, me playing Pokemon, maybe even reacting to something Pokemon, talking about something Pokemon. I feel like that would be good for me, you know, to have something that really makes sure that I have one reaction stream. Let's go. I honestly, the day I do a reaction stream, I wanna, you know what? The day I do a reaction stream, Pepper, I would personally fly to Peru, give you $10 and a blowjob, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to do a reaction stream, for fuck's sake. That feels so... Oh god, that feels so... It's not that it is bad. Reaction streams are good. And like, reaction content is good. I watch reaction content. Oh god, but I feel like I would reach the... I feel like I would reach the bottom of my creative barrel. I feel like genuinely, when I do a reaction stream is when I absolutely have no fucking ideas of what I want to do. Which may happen. It might happen. Like, genuinely, it might happen. The tier list streams are when I have no idea what I want to do, but I want to do something. So, a reaction stream may happen. It may happen. I will try not to, though. Don't worry. I'll try to always do something creative. But God, if it happens, first of all, guys, if it ever happens that I do a reaction stream, please make fun of me. Please make fun of me. I need you to make fun of me because it will be so fucking funny. It will be so funny. Like, it would be so funny to get called out on Twitter by something like that. It's just like, yeah, I broke my cardinal rule. I don't know. Maybe it's an unhealthy way to cope with it. You know what it is, you know? You know what it is. But yeah. That's honestly pretty much what I had for today's stream. Because like I said, I do have some other stuff to do later. But now this is the part when I want to ask you guys. Do you have any questions about this change? What I plan to do? Any concerns you may have about it? Like, for example, I know, Jerry, you have some concerns about this decision. Is there, you know, If there's anything more specific that you want to do. I know that Aaron was here earlier. Do you have any questions? Anyone really? If anybody has any questions, now is the time. If you want to convince me to reverse this decision, now it's the time. Because after today's stream, I'm going to, you know, after this week, that's when I will start locking down a little bit, you know? Yeah. You can do reaction streams if you want, Pepper, but not a lot of release that stuff. I actually enjoyed the video projects. Thank you. I'm glad that you said. I'm glad that the video project sounds like a good idea to you. But yeah, honestly, reaction streams. Like, I don't want to diss on reaction streams because there are people out there who do reactions pretty good. Oh god, but there are some people out there who don't say anything and they just be like, they just do this. They just do this. This is what most people do when they do reaction streams. Okay, imagine that you chat you're the video. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. You know, that's what happens. And like I said, not to make fun of people who do reaction videos. You guys get your bad. You know. You guys get your bag. Do you. Whatever pays the bills, right? But I know that for me, I don't want that because I know that I would be that person. You know? I know that I would be that person. Like, sure, I'm a yapper and I don't shut up. But, you know, like I said, those are things that I cannot come up with like thoughts really fast, you know? Thoughts come to me like a river. They trickle in at the beginning very slowly, but after they start trickling in, they don't stop. So for me to do a proper reaction video, I have to watch it previously so that I can have some ideas of what to talk about. And that's not what people watch reaction videos for. People like raw reactions. I'm not a very good raw reaction person other than screaming and yelling and peeing, you know? Any Pokemon video ideas that you'd like to share? I mean, I already shared them, but I can say that again. The list is character and fashion design review for Gen 8 gym leaders. Making a poison gym leader video, which is something I do plan to do because the water gym leader one, which it's been in the works for fucking ever, is still going around. I actually finished recording the audio for it today, so tomorrow I'm probably gonna start editing it, and yeah, that video should come out this month. I swear to God, if it doesn't come out this month, somebody kill me in Minecraft. If it doesn't come out this month, somebody hold me accountable and shame me for the fact that I didn't put it out this month, okay? Because it's basically, it should have been done by December. But then, you know, I got delusional and made a different video about that, so yeah, fortunate. I have a video talking about Pokemon Rangers fashion and character design. And when I say Pokemon Rangers, I'm talking about the uniform that Pokemon Rangers tends to wear, because those have evolved over the years until they stopped doing Pokemon Rangers. For some reason, they like phased out of the earth. They don't do them anymore. And I'm just not talking about the games. I'm talking about the archetype of the Pokemon Ranger. I think it disappeared somewhere in like Black and White, because they were very prevalent even in the anime until Black and White happened, and then suddenly they weren't there anymore. So I think that's like an interesting case study to talk about and do a little essay on. Not necessarily why they disappeared, although I may include that in the video, but you know, just talking about their evolution, their uniform, the fashion, and how it fits the characters, you know. I have the making Gijinkas, which is for both Pokemon, but I really like the idea of making Gijinkas of Pokemon items, because that sounds really funny. Last time was in X and Y, but they have appeared in the remakes. The thing about the remakes, though, is that they were already there, you know? They were already there with the Pokemon Rangers. So that doesn't count. And also, Black and White didn't have any Rangers, did it? I know I don't remember X and Y even having them. That would be interesting. So yeah. Another idea that I have, which is the essay on Pokemon on the Unova Elite Four character design, which I'm gonna talk about. Which on that video in particular, I'm gonna talk about ambience too, because I feel like ambience is like probably like 40% as for why they are so popular, you know. And what else? Making outfits based on my experience playing the Pokemon games, starting from Gen 1 until... And by the way, when I say Gen 1, I will say that I will be playing the remakes. I will not be playing the OG version of the game, because I feel like that's asking for a death wish. So, you know, I will play the remakes of like Gen 1, Gen 2, and so on and so forth, and making outfits based on the Pokemon that I have on that game, you know. I feel like that will be like a nice hero video. And as for, you know, as for videos that are not related to Pokemon niche that I still want to do because I think it's a fun idea, is the title of the video is using fashion to uncover Luigi's Mansion's darkest secrets. Because it was brought to my attention that the ghosts in Luigi's Mansion are people, and they are dressed in a very particular way. So I want to talk about it, you know? I want to talk about it. And that opens a new type of video, because right now most of the videos that I've been talking about, are, you know, me reheating naturals and applying them to other things, like either making something myself or talking about fashion or character design in a version of the game. However, this will be a new type of video, which is what I like to call theorizing fashion, which is I want to do some videos as well about like characters or like NPCs fashion, their character design, to, you know, to like sort of theorize what could have happened, who they are as people, because I think it's fun. That's basically what I do anyway. So it's for me to analyze and exercise my brain, you know? At least that's the plan. You know? That's the plan. That's the plan with that video. Is for me to look at the ghost in Luigi's Mansion and, you know, figure out whether or not there's something interesting there and what sort of thing happened for them to be dead. Because, you know, they are ghosts. So there must be a reason as for why they're dead. So if I can't figure it out, I will figure it out. So yeah, it's an interesting concept, but in practice, it might be boring. So, you know, I'll have to try it out and figure it out. But yeah, those are some of the ideas that I have for the game, for future content as of right now. And like I said, for streams, the only one particular thing that I am thinking about right now, which is Pokemon related, is I want to start when I designed the water gym leader that I'm making a video about. I wanted to do it in private because I thought it would be like fun for you guys to be completely blindsided. However, I think it might actually expedite the process if I start doing them on stream as well. So I will also begin doing that here, like me working on the character design for the characters I want to make on stream. So you guys can be part of the process and I can fill my Pokemon slot, you know? So yeah. Hey Turbo, how you doing, sweetheart? How's it going? So yeah, any other questions that you may like to have? I only have like 5 minutes left before I have to leave. So, any other questions? Any other concerns? Emotional attacks that you want to throw at me? I'm ready. I can take them. I can take all of your attacks and criticism. Kidding. Please don't attack me. Don't bully me. I'll cry. And then maybe do something else with the C word. Yeah. Let me just drink some water because I've been talking a lot. So yeah. Any other questions that you may have about the direction of content that I'm gonna be taking in the next few months or so? Like I said, this is not a thing that is gonna like stay this way forever, and it might not even last, you know. But this is what I decided to do right now, and I want to see how it goes. Who's your favorite gym leader? Oh, that one's a difficult one. Okay, I cannot count the Legend CAs one, right? I cannot count Legend CAs because those are specialists, just are not gym leaders. So, ooh. Honestly, Valerie, I know, I know that it's a little basic for me to choose the first fairy gym leader that ever came out, but I really like Valerie. I love her. I love her style. I love the fact that her eyes are so big that they basically cover the whole sclera. And she looks a little bit uncanny and weird, just like a fairy. And her kimono resembles like wings. It's so good. The butterfly bow. The butterfly bow. It's so iconic. It's iconic. It's iconic. But yeah, any other questions? Get your questions in now because I will have to go pretty shortly. Get your questions in now. Actually, let me just do a TLDR. Okay, TLDR. I'm going to be niching down for those who haven't seen it, for those who have not been here the entire stream. TLDR, I will be niching down into mostly Pokemon content and my videos. I will make videos here and there about things that are interesting me, things that I find interesting and stuff like that. Oh shit, hold on. What are you doing? With the channel or next? What am I doing? What am I doing once I go? If you're curious about what I'm gonna be doing in a little bit and why I have such hurry, it's because I made plans with a friend, and yeah, this stream wasn't supposed to be going long anyway. So, as for what I'm gonna be doing in the channel, like I said, I'm going to be focusing more in just making Pokemon content. When it comes to videos, when it comes to streams, I will have at least once a week an anchor stream for people to look forward to, which would be Pokemon theme, whether it is talking about the most recent Pokemon game, whether it's talking about Pokemon news, whether it's talking about whether it's me doing something Pokemon related, either making a character for a video, which would be Pokemon theme, of course, or me playing Pokemon. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Did you already say when the first Pokemon game stream is going to be? It's gonna be next week. Unsure if it's gonna be a Pokemon game stream though. I think what it most likely is going to be is I'm going to be starting work on the Pokemon Poison, the Poison Gym Leader I want to make. So next week for sure is going to be on Sunday. I'm going to be working on my next design for my next gym leader, which will be the Poison Gym Leader. And I might play Pokemon. I might play Pokemon depending on how I feel. It really does depend. You know what? How about this? How about we just start the week strong and I play a Pokemon stream on Friday. I play a Pokemon game on Friday and I do my design on Sunday. Yeah, that sounds good actually. That sounds like a good introduction to just like let people know that Pokemon is gonna be a thing for a while. Anyways, Chad, I gotta go now. My friends are about to arrive, and so I need to get ready because this bitch has not gotten ready yet. I hope you guys having a good day, lovely night. Thank you so much. If you've been since the beginning, thank you so much for supporting me all these years. If you haven't been here until recently, thank you anyway for being here and be willing to give me a chance. And just thank you in general for being here, you know? Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me a chance to be your entertainer for today, for the past, for the things that are about to come. And I hope you can be there with me. I know that don't feel obligated to, of course. Don't feel obligated to come with me. But I hope to see you there. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. And remember, the Cherry Bomb Blossom Boutique always loves you and appreciates you. Have a lovely night. I'll see you on... Oh, shit. One more thing. One more thing before I forgot. So in my schedule, I put that I was going to do the Holiday Renin winner stream on Friday. Yeah, that's not gonna happen anymore because I ran with some schedule conflicts with the some of the people participating in that stream. So that's gonna be moved to Sunday. So basically, I'm flipping the stream that was meant to be doing for Sunday, which was the Marvel Rivals fashion review. That's gonna be moved to Friday, and the Holiday Renin winners are going to be on Sunday. So yeah. Anyway, have a lovely day, sweethearts. Mwah. Take care. Toodles.